Keigo normal summons Domesticate Onyx Carbuncle and ends his turn. Pedro normal summons Goggle Golem in attack position, then attacks into Carbuncle. However, due to Carbuncle's effect, it isn't destroyed by battle once per turn. Keigo activates Domesticate Damage Shedder from his hand, special summoning it and then targeting Goggle Golem to deal damage to Pedro equal to half of its attack. However, before the effect resolves, Carbuncle's effect activates as a monster was targeted. All monsters Pedro controls lose 300 attack and defense, and Pedro takes 300 damage. Then, Damage Shredder resolves, inflicting 600 damage to Pedro. It is Keigo's turn, and he normal summons Domesticate 9 lives in attack position, then uses its effect to deal damage to Pedro equal to the sum level of all monsters he controls times 100. Keigo attacks into Goggle Golem with Diamond Shredder, and then Carbuncle attacks directly, but Pedro activates Rock Bombardment, sending a rock monster from his deck to the graveyard to inflict 500 damage to Keigo. Then, because he sent Revival Golem with this effect, he can special summon it, blocking Keigo's attacks. It is Pedro's turn and he tributes Revival Golem to summon Mountain Crusher in attack position. Then Pedro says it gains 200 attack for each rock monster in the graveyard. Mountain Crusher attacks and destroys Damage Shredder, and then its effect activates. If it destroys a monster by battle, it can gain 1000 attack until the end of the turn and attack another monster. It attacks and destroys 9 lives. Pedro sets a card and ends his turn. Keigo switches Onyx Carbuncle to defense position and special summons Blade Ferret as a defense position monster is on the field. He activates its effect, targeting itself to gain 400 attack and piercing until the end of the turn. Then, because a monster was targeted, Carbuncle activates, lowering Pedro's field by 300 attack and dealing 300 damage. Keigo then tributes both of his monsters to tribute summon Lifespan Vitality Dragon. Vitality Dragon attacks Mountain Crusher, but Pedro activates Erosion Shield. By sending a rock monster to the graveyard, he can change Mountain Crusher's battle position and prevent it from being destroyed this turn. Keigo sets a card and ends his turn. Pedro banishes 3 rock monsters from his graveyard at the start of his turn to special summon his ace monster, Continent Rex. Mountain Crusher loses attack because of this though, but Pedro switches Mountain Crusher to attack position, and then Continent Rex attacks Vitality Dragon. Keigo banishes 9 lives from the graveyard to prevent Vitality Dragon from being destroyed, then activates Vitality Dragon's effect to convert the damage to attack until the end of the turn. Continent Rex effect activates. If it battles a monster, it deals 1000 damage at the end of the damage step. Keigo, already having used Vitality Dragon's effect, is in a vulnerable position with only 600 life points left, but he turns it around and activates Horizon Barrier. By returning 1 monster he controls to the hand, he can place a Horizon counter on the barrier for each 500 attack Vitality Dragon had on the field, being 5. Vitality Dragon returns to the hand and the blast is incoming, but Keigo removes 2 Horizon counters from his barrier to reduce the damage by 500 for each counter removed, resulting in 0 battle damage. Mountain Crusher can still attack though, and Keigo removes the remainder of his Horizon counters to soften the blow, but the monster exceeds the damage threshold by 200 points of damage. Because Horizon Barrier has no counters, it destroys itself, and Pedro ends his turn. Keigo normal summons Domesticate Doppelhamster, then immediately tributes it for Vitality Dragon as Pedro controls a special summon monster. He activates Burial from a different dimension, returning 9 lives to the graveyard, and Vitality Dragon attacks into Continent Rex, banishing 9 lives once more to prevent it from being destroyed. Continent Rex's effect is forced to activate, dealing 1000 damage to Keigo, but Vitality Dragon converts the damage into attack. Keigo then states that if Doppelhamster is tributed by the effect of a monster, that monster gains an additional attack each battle phase. Vitality Dragon attacks Mountain Crusher and wins the duel.